Wow, look at all these eggs. Look at all these chickens.
Look at all these chickens.
And now the winner of this year's egg hunt.
Abigail.
Dumpling. Wait, I won?
What?
What? Here's your prize. Enjoy. Really? Really? You gave the Asian a straw hat.
Huh?
You gave the Asian a straw hat for picking up food. Wow, Lewis. Wow. Wow. Cat?
We should make a...
I pet you. Okay. What did you need? Oops.
Hello. So how's life, Sean?
I'm doing good, Isa. How about you?
I'm doing good. I named the cat Gladiator. Well, woo! I can tell you my little date with a Karen.
Cool. Wait, let me turn off the fucking music.
Karen. So, I'm sorry. I'm trying to open my Dr. Pepper.
Portuguese. What would the Portuguese name of Karen be?
We just name it. We just call them Karens too.
No, I know, but what's the Portuguese equivalent of Karen?
I don't know.
Karen.
Dona Julieta.
Dona Julieta.
Karina. So I was on a till, just attending to customers, right, as one does. And this fine lady walks up to my till, and she's like, "All right, I want a soup, but I can't see the price on the price board."
Yeah.
And I looked over and I was like, "Oh wow, yeah, we changed our prices recently. They may have, it's not there. You are correct." She's like, "All right, then I want a soup and the complaint book." I'm like, "You want the complaint book?" "Yes. It's my right as customer to have all the prices specifically told, and it's not there, so I want the complaint book." I'm like, "Okay. Meanwhile, do you want?" She's like, "Yeah, how much is it?" And I told her the price, and she's like, "Okay." And I told her, and I was like, "What soups do you have?" "I have chicken noodle soup, and we have vegetable cream soup. The soup that's been..." And she's like, "Oh, well, then I don't want any soup, and I just want the complaint book, because over there it says soup and not cream. So that's also wrong."
Oh, yes. Hello, lady. Would you like a bowl of hot water with some salt in it?
Yeah, no. In front of the soup, it says vegetable soup instead of saying cream, a vegetable cream.
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically saying, like, that's not a cactus, that's a succulent. Like, that's the same shit! Soup can be blended or not blended. We don't have to tell you which one it is. As long as I'm not saying, "Hey, that's not blended," and then serve blended soup, that's not illegal. Because regardless of how it's blended, it's still soup. That's like saying, "That's not soup, that's gazpacho." Gazpacho is a type of soup. Anyway, I go and I call my manager, who had gone home for the day, and I was like, "All right, this lady wants the complaint book because of this." And he's like, "Just give it to her." "Wait, did she consume anything here?" And I'm like, "No, she did not consume anything in the store. She did not spend money on us." And he said, "Well, then she's not our customer. We do not have to give her the complaint book." And I tell her that, and I'm like, "I'm so sorry, but according to the law, I do not have to give you the complaint book, as you are not technically not our customer." And she's like, "All right, then I'm calling the police." And she straight up turned her back on me and started calling the police.
That must have been the most interesting call ever. I agree with the cat. She's silly.
Yeah, she straight up called the police. She turned her back. She was talking to... I called my manager again, and I'll be right there. So, this bitch, after her phone call, and she goes to me, it's like, "All right, I'm gonna be sitting around here because the cops will be right here, and when they say something, I'll come back." I'm like, "All right, bet, I guess." So my manager comes to the store, and he spends a good 2 hours in the fucking store, right?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I've had customers accumulating because I had to deal with this shit, and I had customers, and everybody else was busy, so we were swimming in customers, right? Yeah. So everything was delayed for everybody. Because the girl that was washing dishes, she had to come to the till to deal with the customers. So the dishes piled up, which means everything else piled up, right? Yeah, while I was dealing with this. And so my manager comes. He's in the store for 2 hours. Okay, this happened at like 7:20. At 9 10, let's say, my manager's like, all right, I literally did the rounds around the mall. I could not find her. She's not in the food court. I'm going home. It's been 2 hours. Nothing has happened. We had no police here. The lady's not here, and I'm going home. If something else happens, call me. I'm like, okay. Literally 20 minutes after my manager leaves, this bitch comes back.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And then she's like, oh well, there was a problem with the police and they couldn't make it today. I need your store's ID and address. And I was just looking up at our name in nigh bold ass letters. All right, what else do you need? I need your address. Your name and address, which is also should be specifically stated for all the customers to see. And I'm like, and I just heard her say, it's right that on that board. Oh, I can't see it from here. And I'm like, in my head, I was like, bitch, it's not my fault. You're blind. It is right there. Every customer can see our working hours, everything. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, you're not gonna believe this. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, and he's like, and I was like, hey, you're not gonna believe this, and he's like, are you fucking kidding me? And he's just like, all right, just write down the name and the address. I'm telling you, all right. I wrote it down. I gave it to her, and she's like, I guess I'll deal with it. The police will come here tomorrow, and she leaves. And by now we're so fucking late on everything, right? Like everything's been delayed because apparently something was happening in the city because there are so many customers. It wasn't like a huge line of customers, but they didn't stop coming. Like there was no break between customers. We always had at least 3 people to attend to, which is worse than it being a flood of customers because that means you don't get a break to clean stuff in between. So I had to do my closing only at closing. I couldn't fast forward anything. And my God, and that lady just and now it's my day off, and I have no idea if the came today. What? what we're thinking, the theory that we have, is that the police. She probably called the police, and the police was like, "Are you fucking stupid? Absolutely not. We're not moving men for that." And then probably hang up on her, and now she was trying to save face.
Isa, the fact that she said the police were busy today makes me feel like the police went, you again.
Yeah, right? No, absolutely not. This lady must have the police on speed dial, because she called them a little too quickly. Unless she dialed 911, which you shouldn't do for non-emergencies.
Excuse me, police. I have an emergency. I did not get my soup.
No. It's not that I didn't get my soup. The soup was poorly labeled. The soup was not labeled correctly. They didn't specify the state of the soup. They did not specify the state of the
soup. So is the soup alive or not?
Yeah, it's
Schrodinger's soup.
It's both blended and not blended at the same time.
In her mind, it's unblended, but in the bowl, it is.
Well, we don't know. Schrodinger soup. It might have unblended both in there. You don't know. The pan could have a time machine. And need I remind you, I do not work in a regular restaurant. Okay? I work in a mall restaurant. This bitch went to a mall, decided she wanted a soup. There were more places with soup. We weren't the only ones, by the way. And we're a steakhouse. We don't specifically serve soup. The soup is a side. Okay? So she went to a steakhouse in a mall. She went to a steakhouse diner in a mall. And she we should probably go to sleep.
Oh shit. I don't get out of the chair.
But, okay, so she went to a mall. And she said, I want some soup. And she
Yeah.
saw this restaurant. She's like, all right, soup. She went up to the till of a steakhouse in a mall. So like a counter,
Mm-hmm.
right? And she straight up said, I want. I am going to cause problems. And I'm going to spend the next 3 hours of my life
Just causing problems.
on not specifically labeled soup. That was 3 hours of her fucking life.
Isa,
Where's the cat?
Outside. But there's an important question.
Yeah.
Was it good soup?
Yeah, it was good soup.
Oh, it was good soup?
Good soup.
It was good soup. So, Isa,
Yeah.
what is the most, like, typical fish that you can think of, like, that the Portuguese eat a lot of? Because outsiders think it's cod.
It is cod.
Because, no, the reason I ask is because every time I go to a restaurant, they're normally serving, like, pescada.
Oh, pescada is like... wait. You eat pescada everywhere, right?
That's what I said, like, what's the more common one that most people eat? Because I know cod is kind of jokingly what people associate to Portugal, but, like, you don't see it served outside of, like, special occasions.
That's fair. Pescada's a pretty big one. Pescada, we eat pescada, like, all the time. Which is really funny that we just have a called fished. That's the fish name. It's called fish.
You have no idea how much that confused me. Like, how much it confused me when the first time I ordered it, and it said, "Oh, we have pescada," and I'm like, "Sure, but what is it?" And I'm like, "It's pescada," and I'm like, "That doesn't fucking answer my question. It doesn't tell me whether or not I can eat the fish or not." And they go like, "No, it's pescada." Is it like, "Well, you're telling me the fish is fished. I know the fish is fished. That's why you have it. What fish is it?"
And they were like, "It's pescada."
Put pescada in Google Translate, and it gives me 2 translations. The first one's catch fish,
I mean, fair.
and the second one is just fish,
Let's go.
which doesn't help.
I mean, it's accurate.
Okay, pescada em Portugal, mulher antipática. What?
What? So that's what I dealt with yesterday, pescada.